black color, but it doesn't have a screen here. Testing the cat cell. So we did that in the last class. How do you test it? You remove the cat cell from the receptacle and you test it with the ohmmeter. We did that in the lab. What is the resistance in the dark? You can cheat, you can look on the board.
More than 10,000.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have Sean help me test it. I'll show you. So if you have, I'll get it closed, I'll make life a little bit easier. Okay, is it open now? Yeah, so now it's showing 0.7 kilo ohms. That means it's less than 1,000. That's good in the light. What if you cover it? I'll cover it. So now it's showing 34,000. So that's more than 10,000. This is a brand new cat cell. Thank you. This is a brand new cat cell, so that should be good. The range will change with time. It will change with time. It will become less and less. But however, as long as it's more than 10,000 in the dark and less than 1,000 in the light, you're still good. Make sure it has complete view of the flame. If it's placed in the wrong location, it might not see the flame, and that might be an issue. So do not condemn the primary control right away. Make sure that all the other components are okay. What will happen if there is cold for heat and there is fire in the chamber? This should not work. Even the first generation, it will not work. It will go on safety. Something is wrong. We're seeing the light. Something is wrong, and we're not gonna pump some oil into it because that could be a problem. This is how we test it. I showed you how. Again, you can also check the terminals. Make sure if it's not running, make sure that the terminals in the CAD control is getting 110 volts. I'll bring one so we can talk about it and show. I just got the news from Bill that these things are still being sold. So I will show you what they look like. They're all the same beast. So this is the first generation primary control. They still sell them. They're still legal to have it, I guess, especially if you already have them. Are you gonna zoom in or what? Okay, so it looks like you see it has only 3 wires. What does that mean? What goes in here?
Everything else. Everything else.
Everything else. So everything else comes in here. It's mechanical, thermostat, FF terminal, one reset. That's the first one. Second generation is this one. It has more options. Neutral, hot. What is this one? Limit. Motor. Ignition. Purple is valve. And if you forget, they're all in here. It should be in the sticker here. It tells you what goes where. And here it tells you what's happening with the one indicator light here. If it's on, I mean there's flame. If it's off, there's no flame. If it's flashing, it could be a safety lockout. TT terminals here is jumper. Why is that? When things are jumper, that means the switch is on or off. On the whole time. If it's jumper, that means the thermostat goes into the aquastat. This is called an integrated system. Let's talk about that. It's gonna be the quiz. So when we have an integrated system, the aquastat controls the primary by the limit switch. And this is always on because the thermostat is closed and the thermostat goes to the aquastat. Okay, so second generation, and this is what we have now, the new one. The new one has a screen, this one is burnt. How did this one burn? One of the students put the power into the valve instead of the limit. So the valve is giving off power, not taking power. So what happened is it burned the board because you had 220 now, 110, 110. So the board was burnt, which is okay. Now we have something to show. This is the board. If you look here, you can see how burnt it is. The board is burnt because you put it in the
What color is it supposed to be?
Huh?
What color is it used to be?
It shouldn't be burnt. It should be green. So this thing is burnt now, and it's not going to work. If you burn somebody's control, you're gonna pay for it. Or you can blame it and do that, and then you give the money and get into a car accident. Karma will get you. Karma is real, guys. Karma will get you. So, checking that control. The control is not working. I'm gonna go and check with my multimeter and see what's happening. So I will go, turn it on, be careful, and I should be getting between neutral and L. What should I get? 110. That means I'm getting 110 coming to the control. Between the limit and neutral, it should be 110. If I'm getting that and the control is not running, the control is faulty. And if the screen is blank, the control is faulty. If control is on, nothing is happening, I can check the igniter and the L1. I should be getting something. And the motor and the valve should be all getting 110. The castle goes here. So this is how you test it. Sometimes it gets frustrating because you don't, everything's getting power but nothing is running. Always make sure you check the neutral. Neutral are all connected soundly and going all the way to the socket, to the outlet. Otherwise, there's no complete circuit. It's getting power, but it's giving you nothing. Questions? So far, so good.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What does that say?
Where?
Where you on that board?
Here?
On integrated,
Integrated. The aquastat controls the primary control.
the other one.
Each control act alone?
Alone or?
Yeah, alone.
Okay.
Thermostat connect to both aquastat and primary control.
Okay.
Okay, this is my aquastat. I will try to go over the terminals, and hopefully you'll remember. And if not, that's okay, that's why we're here. So you guys did the schematic for this last semester and did a good job. And you tested it completely, and you did a good job. Everybody so far in this class is doing a really good job with the multimeter. I'm very happy. I think I'm becoming a better teacher. You guys are good too. But I'm very comfortable. That you can use the multimeter, you can do resistance, you can do diagnostics. And nobody's panicking. And the most important thing in life is not to panic. Nothing is really worth panicking. So let's look at this. So you're gonna see this in the board, and this here. What's gonna go in the TT terminal? Thermostat. L1, line voltage. L2, neutral. FF, but we're not gonna put it here because we're gonna use the cat cell here. So cat cell gonna come from here. C1 and C2 are for the circular pump, so it's gonna go into a light bulb because we don't have circular pump. ZR and ZC, we're not gonna use it now. We're gonna use it for next class, where we put a switching relay for zones. B1, where's B1? It stands for burner. It's going to go into your limit. So you're going to have a line, voltage coming, it's going to fork. One will go into the L1 here, and one will go to the L1 here. Okay? Neutral can go back to neutral. There's a small junction box, power strip on the board. I don't know if you've seen it, it has connections. You can use that for your neutral. Just put one neutral in and just connect all of them together, so it will be easy to plug. Or you can use this neutral here as well. So one of those neutral will go in there. So what will happen is the sequence of operation. It will call for heat. The aquastat will check the water temperature using the bulb. If the water temperature is hot, it's not going to turn on the primary because we have hot water. I'm going to circulate. Circulator will come on. Make sense? The water is cold, what is it going to do? Turn the burner on. And you're going to keep it on until it satisfies the water temperature. The water temperature will get hot, it will start circulating until we reach the high limit. Then you turn off the burner. Then turn off the circulator will be still on. When the circulator turns off, if there is no hot water or the thermostat is satisfied. It's supposed to be logical. So if I'm not going to circulate cold water. Until I have hot water, I'm not going to circulate. If I have hot water, I will circulate until the thermostat tells me to stop. And that's what's to it. And when you see it running, it's going to be good. And I will use hot water to submerge this in. You can test it with a torch, but that's a little bit like iffy, so we'll use hot water. I will put the limit around 180, so it will not be too hot. And I will walk around with the hot water cup and test it. And this is how we wire an aquastat with a primary control for hot water system, and it's going to be the same. Then we'll add zoning. That's going to be the zone valve. We can add 1 zone, 2 zone, 3 zones using switching relays. Switching relays are very cheap to install. So somebody had only 1 zone, then wanted to add another zone, they can use the ZR and ZC to put switching relay. I'll show you how that's done next week. We can get more sophisticated and use a TECO zone valve, which can give you up to 4 zones with 1 control. But if the idea still remains the same. You know how to test. The most frustrating thing is you plug things in and nothing works. So we have to go and try to investigate and check the power. I like to start with the boards because everything is in front of you before we start a live circuit. Because now everything's going to be a component. Okay, aquastat. This is what it looks like. Make sure that the bulb is sound. Means that it's not kinked, there is no leaks in it. Some expert people can tell if it's empty by just hitting the bulb, but I found it very difficult. It's supposed to have some water. I have 2 brand new hydrostat, new brand, which does not have the bulb, have a sensor. So the sensor should be in a holster, and the holster should be inside the water. This thing it's not supposed to be submerged in water. It has a small compartment, and it comes with a metallic glue for paste. You fill in the paste and you stick it in for conductivity. But this is not supposed to be submerged in water. Why? This will over a while, after a while becomes green and have insulating oxidation layer. So you don't want that. So this is the board. One of the boards, I moved these two things and I put a take control, same thing, aquastat. These are the light bulbs. This is what I was talking about. We can use this for the neutrals because it gets a little bit messy. You can have one neutral coming in here and just bridge them over and just plug everything in the bottom, or you can have one bundle of neutrals, but it's not really professional. You want the wire to be separate. It's not a good idea to put all the wires in one wire nut. It's a little bit crowded. And this is going to be your switching relay we're using in this class. One thermostat for now. And now we have the CAD cell control or the primary control in here. Yeah, make sure all the switches are sound. We don't have ground here because we have GFCI. And probably if you try testing touching the ground, it will trip the GFCI.
But are we ever gonna have to like do that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're gonna have to do that. It's gonna be part of your job. Whether you work in gas or whether you work in oil, you're gonna do a lot of control. So try to be comfortable with it, understand it, and enjoy it. This is the most important part. If you enjoy this, you have a really promising career. A lot of people, I've seen everybody so far enjoying wiring, connecting things, so that's really good. That means you're in the right place, you're in the right field. And to be honest, the theory part is okay, but at the end, if you know how to do the hands-on, that's what matters. That's what we need. This is a schematic I put in the lab sheet. This resembles the aquastat. This is my primary capsule control, and this is where everything goes. So far, nobody needed the schematic, but it's good to look at it to see what are the warnings. Fact check. What are the two methods to detecting flame again? Heat and light. We use light. Here's the best way to replace effective control. Huh? Yeah, it's easier to replace it with the same exact one. So again, Bill just told me that they still sell the old ones. If that's what's available, it's just easier to put the same exact one. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do rewiring and can get a little bit.
I thought you can't see that.
Huh?
I thought that you have to get electricity.
No, the wiring you do it yourself for the control. The electrician have to wire the thing from the control panel all the way to your switch. That's the electrician. But the rest is just your responsibility. In the castle control, what is the maximum allowable safety timing for a residential system? 15 seconds. Used to be 45. That was in 2015. In 2017, they made it, 16. They made it 30 seconds. Now it's 15. Why? Because now we can. It's possible. Before that, it was not possible. What happened to the CAD cell resistance when it sees the light? It goes down or up? Less. What is the resistance of CAD cell in the dark? Very high. These questions are going to be in the oil burner exam. The oil burner exam is 50 questions. 20 of those questions are electrical. And I'm sure everybody will get those right. The only ones that will be a little confusing is the code ones. I will go over them. I will try to write down the information. How far is the tank from the wall? How far is the wind from the window? Etc. etc. We'll go over them in more details. If the CAD cell terminals are disconnected, will the burner start?
It'll start, but it won't keep going.
What do you think? So if it's disconnected, what does that mean? The resistance high or low?
It's high.
It's high, because it's infinity, right? There's nothing, it's seeing nothing, it's very high. So it will start, but it will not keep going because it does not see the light. It will start, but it will not keep going. If the CAD cell terminals are jumpered, will the burner start?
What do you mean by jumping?
Like you put a wire across it. Because will it start?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're bypassing the broken part.
No? If you put a wire between the terminals, it means the resistance high or low? Low. What does that mean?
It seems like.
It says light. It means like there's fire. I'm not gonna start. It's not going to start. What is a safety lockout? That's when somebody hit the reset 3 times. It goes on a hard lockout, so you have to go and press for 45 seconds. Sadly, people tend to go and just hit the reset button all the time. I'm not finding what's the problem. So if somebody like hit the reset, the problem's gonna come back again. Why did it go in safety? And that's your job, and that's what let you charge a lot of money. Because it's gonna take a long time to know what was the actual problem. It's now good to drive all the way to an hour in the winter to go hit the reset and leave. You know, because you know you're gonna come back again. So it's annoying. So make sure you know why we did the reset happen. If you were there, might as well investigate the ignition. Make sure the igniter is in good place. The fire, the flame. Investigate the flame. Look at the flame. Look at the pump. Look at everything. Because if you went in safety, something went wrong. It's just not a fluke.
Is it true that if the thermostat's not level, then it will start to run?
No, not anymore. Not in the new ones. It doesn't matter. So again, if you go to drive for a long time, stay there. Turn it on. Make sure it goes. The heat is satisfied. Turn it up again and make sure it starts again. So make sure like the job is done. And sometimes you still have to go back again. And again, bear in mind that the customer did not come to this class. He doesn't know what's going on. For him, the whole thing is a mystery. Some definitions for hot water system. Integrated system, we talked about that. Non-integrated system. Differential. What is a differential? It's the operating range. If you tell the system to cut off the water at 180, you put a differential which is plus or minus. So I'm not going to cut off 180, a little bit more so I can have more heat in the system. That is differential. Operation of the aquastat control, high limit, to turn off the burner if the temperature is too high. Low limit, turn the burner on when the temperature is too low. Circulator control, it will turn on the circulator pump when the boiler temperature is up. So you can have hot water in the system. Warnings. All right, so I think the whole thing is blood.
Alright, what do you mean? I haven't done the backward.
Huh?
We're already in the class, right?
Say again?
We're already in the backward classes.
Yeah. Gotti. Food coma? Hello? Wow. Bad food coma. How much carb? Warnings. Take warning with the label and manual seriously. There are some warnings here. Read them. What does this one say? Fire hazard can cause severe burns. To prevent fire or spilling fuel, oil, reset control only once. Call local service company if the burn is not right. Electrical shock hazard can cause injury or death. Disconnect the power before servicing. So a lot of these has some warnings. Take them seriously. Never ever plug the board without checking with the instructor. If I'm there or Damon is there, please check with me. Again, we always lose fuel controls because something was wired in the wrong place. So it's not a problem, but again, it's money. This is $80 down the drain. Don't get too excited. Double check the board. It's unplugged before doing any wiring. I had at least 4 incidents where people like the board is wired and the wire nut is loose, and they just go and tie it up. And I had a few students that zapped, and I had students who actually melted the screwdriver. 110 is serious, man. So be careful. Plug, unplug, then check the board. We try to produce heat with a torch or a candle to heat the bulb. Make sure you don't stay too long because it might explode. It will boil and explode. Be patient. Gotta be safe and sorry. Do not rush into the job. Take it easy. Double check the wire. Tug on the wire a little bit. Make sure it's tight. If it's not tight, make sure it is before you finish. Take pride in your job. You go to a lot of jobs and there's a bird's nest or a cobweb of wires. Wires everywhere. Too long or too short. Make it neat. Because again, if a wire is too long, it might be pulled. It might be not easy, really hard to tuck it back into the junction box. So do a heat job to reflect in your work. That's all I have. So next Thursday we'll start doing the aquastat, and the week after we'll do a switching relay. And that's it. Thank you. You are still there?